Hello and welcome to this session. I am Raghav and today we will see what is grouping in TestNG. So we are going to go very basic step by step and see what is grouping, why to create groups, how do we create test groups in TestNG, how do we run tests from these groups, how can we include and exclude groups. We will also see how to create meta groups and how to use regular expressions in grouping, how do we define groups at class level, and during this session I will also explain some useful tips. So let's get started and let us see what is grouping in TestNG. So grouping is a feature in TestNG where we can assign our tests or our classes to one or more groups, and this helps during execution. We can actually define what groups to include during execution and what to exclude, and all this process makes our test management and execution very easy and efficient. And in a moment we will see practically how to do that, and also let us see why to create groups or why to create grouping. So here let us take a very simple example. Suppose you have multiple tests in your application or in your framework. Now here in this example we have 7 tests. Now suppose you want to have a group called sanity and you want to include test 1 and test 2 in your sanity group. So you want, whenever you want to run a sanity test, test 1 and test 2 should get executed. Now you also want another group called smoke and you want to include test 2, 3 and 4 in the smoke group. So you want, whenever you run smoke group, it should run test number 2, 3 and 4. Now here if you see, test number 2 is a part of sanity as well as smoke group. Now you can have other groups as well. For example, you say that you have a regression 1 or the first regression. So whenever you want to run the first regression cycle, it should run test 3, 4, 5, 6, and you may have a complete regression suite or a complete regression run where you want to include all the 7 test cases. Now if you try to do this manually, it will be very difficult. You will not be able to remember each and everything and run exactly the same time every time. So therefore we need help of grouping in TestNG. So let us come back. So we have learned what is grouping, why to create groups. Now see how to create groups. So I will go to my Eclipse, and before that let me go to Google and just explain you once again. So I will search for TestNG, and here I will go to the official TestNG website, which is testng.org. And here if you go here you will find groups. So let me just see, if you go to documentation here, yes, so if you search for groups you can see test groups here, okay, which is 5.2 as of now. If I click here you will find this documentation on test groups. So here you can see TestNG allows you to perform sophisticated grouping of test methods, and this is they have also shown you how to use it. So let us see an example. I will go to my Eclipse and I will go to my project, and here I will create a new class. So I will create a new class under the demo package. You can create a class anywhere you want. So I will create a class and name it as TestNG Groups Demo. So here I will create a function public void test1, and inside the function I will write a sysout statement for printing, and I will say this is test1. And here, to make it a TestNG method or a TestNG test, I will give the annotation at test, and make sure that you import it from org.testng.annotations. So now we have got a TestNG test here. I will just copy this and paste it again. I will copy it and paste it here. So I create another test. I will just paste it here, and here I will say this is test 2, and I will print this is test 2. And let me paste it one more time to create test 3. I will paste it here and say this is test 3 and 3, and let me paste it one more time and say this is test 4. So basically now we have got 4 TestNG tests. Now to assign groups to the test, what you will do is, in the annotation at test you can give a circular bracket, and here you can give the parameter groups. So if you say UP and press Control space bar, it will auto complete and show you the option groups here. And here you can say groups equals to and give curly braces. And here inside the quotes you can give the name of the group. So for example, I want that test1 should be a part of sanity group, so I can give like that. And you can actually assign a test to more than one groups. So for example, I will go to test2 and here I will say this is a part of sanity as well as smoke group. So I will say this is smoke. And here in test number 3 I will say this is a part of regression. And the fourth test I will not assign it to any group. Okay, so here you can see I have assigned test1 to group sanity, I have assigned test2 to group sanity and smoke, and I have assigned test3 to regression. Or let me assign it to two groups. I will say sanity and regression, and test 4 is not assigned to any group. Okay, so this is how you assign groups to the tests and how to now run it. So for that you will create a testng.xml file. You can manually create a XML file, or you can right click on the class, go to testng and say convert to testng. So it will allow us to create a testng.xml, and here you can give the location and name. And in my case I already have testng.xml name given, and I think testng123 is also given. So I will create, let me just see, yeah, so I will create testng5.xml, and you can give any suite name. I can say suite1, you can give any test name. Here I will say test1 and let's say finish. So if you go inside your testng.xml file, this is the file. So you can see we have suite, test, and the classes. So it has already included the class TestNG group demo. And in the test I do not need the thread count because we are not doing any parallel execution as of now. Okay, so this is our TestNG, and here we can define the groups. So we can create a tag groups, and you can auto complete it. And inside the groups tag you will create another tag for run, and inside the run tag you can define, or you can provide what groups to include and what to exclude. So if I say include here, I can give the name. So for example, I will say sanity and save this. And now you can run the testng.xml file. I will right click, run as testng suite, and let us see what happens. So see, it ran test 1, test 2 and test 3, and we have given the name sanity here. So if you go back to your class, you can see test 1 was part of a sanity group, test 2 was part of sanity group, test 3 was also part of sanity group, but test 4 was not. So it ran test 1, 2 and 3. Now if I say here exclude, and here I say regression. So here if I run this now, let us see what happens. So it ran, and now you can see what happens is it ran test 1, test 2 and test 3. And if you see here, test 1 and test 2 are okay, but test 3 was part of both sanity and regression. So because we have included sanity, irrespective of the fact that it was also a part of regression, it ran this test. Now let me just show you. If I now remove sanity from here, okay, and now if I run this, so here we are excluding regression. If I run this now, let us see the output. So now you can see it ran test 1 and test 2 and not test 3, and of course not test 4 because it is not part of any group. Okay, so this is how you can include groups and exclude groups, and also you can create meta groups. So what is meta group? Meta group is actually you can create custom groups where you can decide what to include in that custom group and what to exclude. So for that what you will do is within your groups tag you can create another tag called define. Okay, and in the define tag you can give the group name. So for example, you can say here regression 1. Okay, and now inside define you can include here So I am saying include regression. Let me check the spelling. It is regression group. Okay, so here I am defining a custom group by the name regression1, and here I am including regression group. You can also include or exclude others. So for example, I will say include smoke. So smoke and regression, and here during run I am just saying include regression1. So this is the custom group or the meta group that we created. Okay, and regression 1 has included regression and smoke group. So here if you see in your class, we have smoke assigned to test 2 and regression assigned to test 3. So this should run test 2 and test 3 only, and not test 1 and not test 4. So if I run this now, let me run this now, and do you see it has executed? Okay, it has executed only test 2, and if we go back and see, so okay, smoke and regression. Okay, there was a typing mistake. So here it is regression. So that is why I did not include this. Let me just confirm we are having a same spelling here for regression. Yes, so that was the mistake, and I have corrected that mistake. There was a spelling error, and I will run this again. And yes, now it has executed test 2 and test 3, and the same thing we can see here, test 2 and test 3. So this is how we can also create meta groups. Now we can also use regular expressions in our groups. Let us see an example. So for example, I will go back to the class, and let us say test number 2. So suppose you are creating tests that can be run on Windows and Linux, and there are different tests that should be executed on Windows system and different tests on Linux system. So example, I will say I will give this a group name as Windows dot regression. So this test is a part of regression, but it should be run on Windows only. And let me say for test 3, I say this is Linux dot regression. So I say here that this test should be run as part of regression, but only on the Linux system. And here in the groups, I will say, let me just remove the define, and here I will say include Windows, and I can use a regular expression dot star. So I'm saying whatever groups have Windows dot and any name after that, include all those tests and not anything else. And I will save this and run this. Let us see what happens, and let us see. So it executed only test number 2. Okay, so that was having the group name Windows.regression. So this is how you can also use regular expressions, and now you can also define groups at class level. Let us see how to do that. So I can actually provide an annotation at the class level as well. So this was my class TestNG group. I will say at test. So I am giving the annotation test, and the same thing I am saying groups and equals, and I am saying groups here all class tests. So when you create a group at the class level, or you define a group at the class level, all the methods inside that class are by default become a part of that particular group. So now here to understand, test1 is part of sanity group as well as all class tests group. Test 2 is part of Windows.regression as well as all class test groups, and so is test 3, and so is test 4. So test 4 we have not provided any group, so it is now a part of all class test group. And let us see it in action. I will include this. So I am saying all class tests here, and I will run this, run as TestNG suite, and this should run all our tests in that class. And you can see all our test 1, 2, 3, 4 are executed. Okay, so this is how you can also define groups at class level, and this is how you can use grouping in TestNG. I hope this session was very useful for you. I will suggest that you do some more hands-on with some more examples, so that the concept of grouping is very clear to you, and you can also share with others so that everyone is helped with this particular concept. and I will meet you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.